So here we zo again. Mayor Mamdani moving closer to making his progressive dream a reality. His campaign promise to make New York City home to the nation's highest minimum wage is now headed to City Council for approval. If passed, minimum wage would nearly double in the Big Apple by 2030, jumping from $17 an hour today to $30 an hour. Mom and pop shops say that with already sky-high rent and rising costs, this pay hike could be the final straw and force them to cut jobs. Larry Kudlow, explain why minimum wage does, or I'm assuming in your opinion, does not work.
I think he should have gone right to 50.
What a cheapskate.
You know what I mean? I mean, why stop at 30?
Yeah, if you're going to do it.
I mean,
Why not?
That's what I would have done. But I mean, look, these guys are working off margins that are very small, urban stores. I mean, except for some of the fancy European stores. But your basic mom and pop store doesn't have much of a profit margin, so you're going to have to pay labor. It's hard to they're not going to have the
Trump likes him, though.
gains,
Trump likes this man
to keep unit labor costs down and justify it. I mean, you should let the market should set the wage price. The market should set the clearing price of whatever goods or services you're buying. It's just crazy stuff. It's socialist stuff, but, you know.
But what fascinates me, Brian, is that the messaging works. People hear higher wage and they think, yes, power to the people, but they don't understand the ripple effects. That then, if McDonald's has to pay $30 an hour instead of 17, the price of my hamburger also doubles because they can't afford labor costs unless they raise income. And
you shouldn't be eating McDonald's, you big back. Shoot. Nobody wants to worry about if the prices at McDonald's go up. You don't need to be eating McDonald's. All right? Eat a little bit healthier then, if that's the case. Go to the supermarket. Buy yourself some hamburgers from Shaw's. If McDonald's is too expensive.
And then I get paid $30 an hour, but then the price of the burger that I want to buy has also.
I agree the price will go up for minimum wage, but price is going up regardless.
So doubled. But that messaging doesn't sound as good, and so people don't.
I've never been in a state or a country where the price goes down, besides gas prices. Maybe some type of agricultural products if we have a mass amount. But year over year over year, prices go up every year. Every single year. Doesn't matter what it is.
Understand that.
And it could be
feel
greed.
like this appeals to the NYU student who's taken like 2 quasi-Marxist economics classes and they think this works, but they haven't tested it in the real world, so they're all in on Zoran. But, you know, we talk about, so, okay, what is this going to do? And we have the AI conversation. Will AI kill jobs or create jobs? And I think it's going to create jobs overall. But the area where I do think it will team up with policy and kill jobs is this. Yes, there are moms and pops that may not be able to employ AI, but then you've got that whole layer of retail where it's actually like national or multinational retail, and they have operations here, and they see this, and they've got.
Like it says, it will go up to the point where businesses will have to close and will be affected. That will affect unemployment. I agree. I mean, of course, it's not going to work out like we want it to, and everything is peachy clean, but sure, a lot more people will be willing to work a job or work even harder, even if it's less staff, for the amount of $30 an hour. I'll be honest, like, people are hearing that and they're thinking like, yeah, that's a good move, but we will see what exactly is going to happen.
10 companies with an AI solution breathing down their neck saying, if you don't want to pay $30 an hour, I've got a way for you to do inventory and stocking and tracking and customer service, and you don't need any people. And AI is going to get a toehold, and I don't blame AI for doing this, but you know that their salespeople are calling these companies right now and saying, we can help you avoid the cost of this. And those companies are going to say 100%. Yes. And Zoran's going to blame AI, and he's going to want to regulate AI, and the problem isn't AI, it's you.
Jackie.
So in the tradition,
a lot of people actually need a skill too. You can't expect to be working out here in McDonald's for the rest of your life, or even if you get $30 an hour. The job market right now, it's tough. It's tough for a lot of people. A lot of people are struggling. We get that. But this is the thing. People need to get an actual skill that means something. Like working at McDonald's or working at Macy's for $30 an hour, or your closest retail shop for $30 an hour. Like it's a good feeling to be getting paid that much for doing that type of work, but the outcome of that is definitely going to raise prices. It's going to raise prices, and you're going to find yourself needing more than $30 an hour anyway. So the best thing to do is, in my opinion, is to get a skill that people are willing to pay you for.
Scenario that you're describing with McDonald's, this shows that Zoran knows nothing about economics. I mean, I don't know how many more examples of that we actually need to know that he knows nothing. But you raise the prices and you actually make the affordability, you raise the wages, the prices go up, you make the affordability crisis worse. But this is really interesting what you're talking about.
It sounds good.
AI
It sounds really good.
Around it. In either scenario, it's a terrible scenario, because if everybody's using AI, then you're killing jobs and people have no income. Yeah. So they're not actually sitting and thinking through this. But I go back to some of our spitballing around about this in the beginning, which is that if we have to test some of these ridiculous scenarios to understand how stupid they actually are,
it was like a landslide victory.
That's what we're in for.
Well, can I just raise one point? There's something missing from this: the concept of profits, okay, which is alien to socialists.
But it is.
If you're profitable, let's say your average labor cost is $10, and you might be profitable. All right, you might go to 15, might go to 20, but at some point you hit the break-even point. Okay, the marginal cost exceeds the marginal revenue.
Americans.
So you have to fire them.
So true.
Right.
All right. Without profits, you have to lay off workers.
Or close your doors, right? I mean,
or just go out of business altogether. Yeah. I don't think that Mandami or his socialist pals, it's not
definitely
in their
doesn't
lexicon.
care about that.
Right. They don't even think
profit is evil to them. It's evidence of evil, actually.
But if you don't make money, you can't stay in business.
You were talking about what will be the reality check that will stop it. It's going to be businesses closing down. We were talking during the break about how wonderful eating is in New York City, and not only at people's houses, but at these wonderful restaurants. They have, to be specific, I looked it up, they have a profit margin of 2 to 6%.
Yes.
Most restaurants, 2 to 6%. And they want to double the labor costs. Labor is about 30 to 40% of the cost of having a restaurant. So
it's going to be, the truth is, it's going to be super hard to let this happen. Like, this is not going to just be an easy thing to happen. They might bump the minimum wage, but to $30, I don't know if that's going to be reasonable. I don't think that's going to be reasonable. And the thing about the free rent too, he's saying, Spartacus, that's not reasonable either. Like, who in their right mind, unless you're doing full government rental, can let a tenant live in their house that they own a loan on? That's not feasible. You'll be 100% dependent on the government. And that's not the state you want to live in, I'll be honest, bro. That's not the state, people. You don't want to be dependent on the government. You don't want them to own everything and you have no say so in nothing you do. Like, again, get a job, get a career that makes sense, that is going to be here for a long time. Build your resume, stack up your chips, invest your money, and build it that way. Don't be a slug, man. Don't be a slave to the system, bro.
they want to double. This would just put about half of the restaurants in New York out of business. Flat. There's a wonderful guy named Zane Tankel, who owned more Applebee's in New York area than anybody else. He owned 40 Applebee's. We used to have him on a lot. He's a wonderful guy. He said, to your point, Brian,
this was the younger generation that voted for this guy Mandani too, man. So, it's a lot of people that think they know what they're talking about, but Again, we will see.
What this will first do is to get people to immediately switch to all the electronic, all the AI devices that they could possibly get their hands on. Fire as many people as possible. So yes, people will be out of work, but eventually a lot of companies can't afford all the AI solutions. They can't afford all the tech solutions that would allow them to avoid paying people twice as much as they were. So they're going to go out of business. And New York will go down in quality. The quality of life in this city will suffer, not only for the residents like us, but for the tourists who come.
That's what they want. They don't want us here, David. That's the conclusion that I've come to.
They need the tourists
They want
at least,
a low
and they won't come
quality of
either.
life, and that is their dream of what
Larry's
a
going to
beautiful
Highland
city
Park.
looks like.
Esso.
Don't even
No, I'm
get me
Esso, Exxon, Esso. Remember the Esso service stations? They've just legally left New Jersey.
That's right.
Okay.
Listen, man, it sounds really good on paper. It sounds really good on paper, but I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work, man. As much as it looks good, it sounds good, all that good stuff, I don't think it'll work.